Can y'all hear me now? Test, test, 1, 2. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Let me know. We good. Awesome. Oh man, I was about to say, man, we actually this is the S24 Ultra that I'm recording on or doing this video this today on. I was about to like, God, man, because it already did that one deal again where it wouldn't let me post up the video in the correct form, so I couldn't do it. But I restarted the video, and we'll see. But I do have a bit of good news, a bit, and I'll wait for a few more of y'all to get on the channel before I release that great info. It's good info. So, Luciano, what's up, boss? How you doing? Greg, how you doing, boss? Yeah. Still sitting here making these 4-foot cast outs. Now I'm doing the mono section on these. Yes, we got some bright chartreuse line for. Like I said, we're going to be doing some new things this year. I'm going to be putting out some new gear. A lot of it could be just changing color, one, changing the size of hook, two, and or styles, three. Yes, I'm going to do a three-hitter for us. The reason I'm doing all of this is because there's a lot of things that a lot of people like, and we have the ability to make it happen. So we're going to be doing that. Yeah. Uh, oh, you went today? Was that the only one that was caught, or were they still catching, or was it real slow? 'Cause I'm going here in a bit, but I got to finish this video because I told y'all I would. I was going to do that, but yeah, no, I was a little busy working on some other things too. So only two caught, so it'll probably end up picking up later on this afternoon again. So more likely after this video, when I go to fillet my fish, I'll take some rods and then go fishing. So, but I got to fillet up the fish because they're going to cook them tonight. So got a small window in there. What are you doing, Tiger? What are you doing, girl? So we got her one of those pet combs to comb her deal. Yeah, she needed it. She definitely needed it. So time for a $5 flash. We do if we got 10 of y'all that are willing to commit to it. Yep. Get 10 of y'all to get in. We'll do a flash fire. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like she's just like a child. When there's nobody here, she pretty much ignores me. But as soon as somebody comes in, and she comes and she's purring all over me and everything else. And it's like, so yeah, I look at it just like a child. That's when they want all the attention is right then and there. So yeah. Yes, and we are going to be guessing how many liters are left or in total. Okay, so here was the thing. The other night when I went live, we counted out all the liters um, for the cast outs on the short ones. The first number, it was like the 174 or 147. Whatever that number was, I already built all those liters and moved them off. So what we need to do is get that number and then finish counting what's left up here. There's a whole stack of them still here. So we're going to do that. But I'm going to let y'all guess until I finish putting all of these monos here. And then I start attaching them. And once I attach them, then, I'll put the time on there or not attach, but crimp them like I did the other night. And we'll go for there. We'll go with that number. No, I did not check my email. I have not been able to get on my emails. I've been dealing with a bunch of other issues. Like I said, I was at the lawyer's office the other day trying to deal with some legal issues on that. Trying to get the bank to give me back my money, man. God, I can't believe that. Like they're a multi-billion-dollar operation, and they know they stole the money from me, and or that company because there's a third-party company, from what I understand, that handles the ATM. And basically, all they had to do was like because I was pulling out that amount like a lot, and they could have just switched the days on it and made it seem like I went out that night and did it. If that they're saying that they actually looked at the video, but it sucks for me because I'm out $1,500 of profit, and profit is, that's a chunk of change because I probably had to sell, you know, five to $6,000 worth of gear to make $1,500 worth of profit. You know what I mean? And with that being said, so I lost all that. Now I had to make the gear to be able to recoup that $1,500. So in reality, it's about 13 to 18 grand that they have cost me in losses because of that issue. But it's even more than that because I got hit with overdraft fee. Even more because like mentally that was screwing with me. It screwed with my family. It screwed with my workers. Like it was huge. It was a snowball effect and an avalanche all mixed in together, and it sucked for us. So I still haven't recouped. Like that's how bad it was. I mean, like when we get stolen from or stuff like that happens to us, like it hits us hard, like really hard. Um, we're working on it. We're trying to get more sales to get back up there to try to break even here pretty quick, but we can't force these shops and customers to come in and buy gear. You know what I mean? So doing what I can, keep my sanity going. So yeah, it is their fault for sure. So we're gonna be looking at the bigger picture and see what goes. All right. So Kyle wants to do a flash fire, guys, which means it's a $5 buy-in. If y'all want to get in, give me some hands up and start sending the funds in so we can get a flash fire done. And if we start the flash fire, those only last about 30 minutes. Like they're really quick. So Kyle's already got 20 on it. So we need 9 more people willing to get in. And we only got 8 people on the channel right now. But if y'all go over 200, then we'll automatically do it no matter how many people are there. So what's up, Hurtin? How you doing, boss? I don't know if y'all saw the live video from last night. It was pretty. It had some moments in there. If you were paying attention to what was going on, it was there was some jokes being said and all kinds of stuff. Uh, but also too, I showed you how crazy it could get. By uh, that one Mark. He said his little prayer to cast up close, and he ended up catching a fish. And like immediately, as soon as he cast it out, he was hooked up. Like 30 seconds later, if that. So I threw out while he was fighting his fish in that same area, and I ended up hooking up like immediately. Like I hadn't even put the rod completely down yet, and I was already on the fish. So that just tells you how close those fish were to us. Like it was insane. So what trips me out though is I didn't get more hookups on the mighty mullet, but again too I was using a single bait system, whereas on my bigger rods I was using the double drop drum rigs, the improved ones, and I was nailing it that way. So yeah. Yeah, that's without a doubt, Night Hunter. I just read the comment about how it sucks. So, but it's funny. This is one of the original colors that I made on Bob Hall Pier back in 2004. It's been that long since I've been able to use this color. Like, well, I used it for a while. I think it was after I initially had to shut my first shop and move to the back. Is when I stopped using the bright color, only because uh, I pay a little bit higher price for this color of line to get it. I'm trying to be able to get it from the manufacturer. Oh, that's hurting for a flash fire right there. Well, that's 2. Let me go and get the paperwork started over here. And I'm working on the videos from yesterday. I'm actually going to make 2 out of it, or 2, because it was 4 hours of footage. It was over 4 hours of footage that I got on the one camera. Yeah, buddy. So that's good. Got that. Fun. Get this. Ah, let that sit for a little bit before I mess with it. Uh, so what we could do too is we have $60 from the other day. We could add this onto that and start with that because we still have that because we didn't do a fire drawing the other night. We can add it in there, and that'll pretty much guarantee that we have a set up there. They'll just and yeah. Let's see, Night Hunter. Hunter got 10. Henry seen his setup. Got 20. Oh, got 10 too. And who else is in there? Hurting for Sturgeon. He's at 10. And then I'm assuming Kyle will send his through the. There's Timothy. Yep, looks like we're having a flash fire, guys. Gordon at 20. Yep, Kyle was at 20. 20. That puts us at 8 people right there. It's Phil for tell us to get 6 weeks of winter versus Mother Nature will give us good weather. You know, the one thing I do have to say, Mother Nature's like any typical woman. They just cannot make up their minds. Screw or something that was coming out there. Lane Boyd is in here for 10. Guess I'll go ahead and start getting Alton. What's up, boss? How you doing? We go and get the Wheel of Doom up. And we started 3 minutes ago, so we have 30 minutes, 27 minutes left. 27 minutes for our flash fire, guys. And go to, yep, sort through this. Just getting to work for a 12-hour shift. Oh, I feel you there, boss. Daniel Garcia's got 20 of that. Then we got Kyle Whitmire's got 20. Page that. Got Night Hunter. All right, so there's a majority of y'all are on here right now. I did finally get a heads up from Jacked Up Leatherworks. His phone got destroyed, or he lost his phone, or something like that. So he finally sent out a message letting us know that he got his phone back or whatever. And so yeah, he's in good standing, guys. Fellas was like, bro, like you had me worried over here. I was praying for you out there, you know. So Henry seen it set up. Henry in there. Bert for Sturgeon. So, oh, also, too, guys, there was something else that was kind of brought to my attention, and I need to clear the air just to make sure everybody's on the same page. Let me finish typing all this in, and then I'll get that sorted. Uh, oh, crap. I hit the wheel to spin, so now I got to wait for it to stop doing that. Um, well, living in San Diego, California doesn't get too cold. Great weather year round. Um, yeah, no, that was the main concern is that he's safe and everybody's good. That's what I was worried about with all the weather they were having. Um, wait for this wheel to stop so I can keep going. Uh, Come on. Wow, this won't even let me do nothing until the wheel stops spinning. So, but all the names are all lined up, like I haven't shuffled or anything. So, anybody else planning to go fishing too? What's up, boss? Come on. Oh, it's still doing. And actually, I think I got you one more that I forgot to send. Yeah, give me just a second, boss. Uh, uh, 20. And then file for another 20. So that'll pack two. Two dash two, 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 and main void. I'll doing another 20. 20. So that'll put him at 3 right there. Okay. And what was my total, boss? Okay. It does. I just saw it. Like, yeah, that looks really cool. I think they're gonna be really happy with that. The name was room. There you go, boss. That's what we have. Oh, nice. Uh, Roger that. Customers would definitely appreciate that. Extra orange one. Yeah, that'll work. It looks nice, even with that orange on there too. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the ones I already had. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Oh, yeah. Give me a second. Oh, bro. The best way to or you take off the bottom. Yeah. That turns the real seat and take it off. He said he's tried it already. Okay. Okay. Did a mountain. All right, that's fine. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that's it for right now. Yeah. Thank you, boss. Roger that. Those customers we have today. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I said that's 12 because the last batch too, I got customers coming to pick those up as well. So. Yeah. Roger that. Thank you, sir. All right. Up real quick. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, that I like I said, I'm definitely gonna be stepping out of my comfort zone over here locally to get out there and go fish with whoever I can, obviously, but shop's gotta be where it needs to be so I can get it done with no work. Well, being up there and being able to concentrate on what I gotta get done. Oh, I needed Rafael Galvan. I need to put him in there as well. All right, guys. So it was since this is a $5 buy-in instead of a $10 buy-in. If you paid the other night, like Rafael, Daniel Garcia, and Kyle Whitmire, so instead of 10 and only getting 2, you're actually getting 4. So that's why there's 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, and that was from Kyle, Daniel, and Rafael who got in on the $10 buy-in. So I just doubled up their tickets right there, and we are currently at $320. Wow, is that right? That can't be right. Hold on. Oh, I guess so. So Raphael, Daniel, Kyle, Night Hunter, Henry, Curtin, Timothy, Kyle, Lane, Kyle again. Oh, okay. I know what it is. Sorry. Remember, this is a $5 buy-in, not a $10 buy-in. So right here, that's actually cut in half. That's 320 divided by 2. It's $160, guys. But if you do, say if it was at $10, it'd be at 320. But we're not doing $10. We're doing it by 5, so it's half the amount. But we're at $160 right now, guys. Yeah, and we got the 10 people. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Joe G in the house. And he wants 10. Got it. All right. Joe G. And okay, so that puts us at 170. We're at 170 right now, guys, and you have 14 more minutes. 14 more minutes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no. So I've knocked off a few of those. I've got blackfin tuna and yellowfin tuna under my belt. So I definitely want to go again this year and uh, see what I can get done and going offshore again. But uh, definitely kind of got an idea of what I'm going to be expecting when I do go out there. So I'm kind of excited. Kind of excited. So, but again, too, different boat captains may run it differently. You know what I mean? So trying to step outside. Yeah. But I tell you what, though, that tuna fighting the tuna was a different experience. That was pretty cool. So, hey, Cap, I didn't remember the price of the MXL Raptor MC loaded with line. I would have to pull that up if you'll give me just a bit, because I've got leaders in hand and swivels on the or sleeves in the other. I can get these out of here. And it looks like I might be doing a boil this weekend. But our eldest daughter wants for Valentine's Day. She wants seafood boil, so we'll see. See. Yeah, no, and again too. Oh, also on the MXO Raptors, are you talking about the Plus or the Classic? If we still have some classics, they're available, but they were running a discount, but not anymore. So wait on some 600-pound mono to make heavy drum leaders. Why 600-pound mono? That's insane for drum. I, the, mo- I mean, I guess, yeah. Like, I mean, to be honest, with all my big drums, like my 46s that I've caught over here, I've used my Jack Crevalle and or my big drum leaders, and my big drum leaders are made with 250-pound mono. And I've peer whipped them. I've you know roped the leader a few times because we didn't have a net and stuff, and it works just fine. But again, too, it could be different leaders or different areas of fishing. That's why you may do that. But it also helps too when you use a little bit lighter. Oh, cautionary because of sharks. Yep, yep. I can see that. See that. So why don't you just go with like 250-pound coated cable? We catch it. Well, Capt.Eric catches a crap load of drum using our coated cable leaders for big drum fishing, and they if a shark hooks up, then you're good to go. I can show you our leaders here in a bit. He likes the three-way longs that we make for big black drum. So, mm. And you know what? The only time I've ever had to worry about sharks while drum fishing, God, it's rare. Like when I've gone out to Goose, we've caught some shark out there, but over here at Causeway, we've never caught a shark. I've never caught a shark, but they have caught sharks there, but they were little ones. But a few people have gotten smoked out there. We think it's a monster stingray. Another guy has another opinion, but we can't prove it until we catch it. I don't really want to say what it is until we actually can land it and go from there. So, mm. Christopher Vela says, "Seeing Captain in the natural environment. Which one, here or on the pier?" Worked with cable and have no idea what to look for, and I'm just saving some cash. So the coated cable, we sell it in 30-foot lengths, and it's what is it, $5.99 for the 250? Yeah, the 135 is $4.99, ain't it? $6.99. Okay, so $6.99 for 30 feet of 250-pound coated cable. Um, yeah, and we like it because it's a stiffer kind of cable. It's not real flimsy. And man, I've actually landed a 10-foot tiger with it as well. So it works. Trust me, it works. Oh yeah. Wait, I'm foaming at the mouth for Bob Hall Pier. That's gonna be freaking. Yeah, I'm so excited. We're finally gonna get out there, but I know it's not gonna be the same. And the reason it's not gonna be the same is because that tea that they have put on there, they made it a mushroom tea basically, and it's gonna perform differently. It's gonna make us fish differently. I mean, we're still gonna be doing the long rods, the shark rods, and stuff like that. But if it's so wide that we can't cast off the back handrail to go forward, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be really weird because with an angle like this, people are gonna be, normally we threw up straight, you would throw straight out like this or into the current. Everybody went this way. But if we're into the current like this and you're on this side like that, it's gonna cause problems. So, they really did not talk to the shark fishermen at all about, or any of the fishermen that fished the end of the pier. They could have gave them all this insights on how the pier actually fishes and how we do the current and stuff like that. And if they were so concerned, why didn't they just make the whole tee wider to give it more strength instead of a pointed tip? Again, I'm not an engineer, so I don't know that information. That's why I haven't been able to ask, but trying to get to those meetings too has always been the hardest thing for us to do. And we got 6 more minutes for tonight's fire drawing, and or the flash fire, and we're at $170, guys. We're at $170. Are the double drop leaders made normally using three-way swivels? No, we don't use three-way swivels for our double drop drum leaders. Ours are made with single barrel swivels, in the inline like this, so they can swivel all the way around and stuff like that. Mhm. So I could get you a price for like a 500-foot spool or a 5,000-foot spool of the coated cable that we use. Uh, but I'd have to get the quote from them and go from there. But yeah, we can do bulk, and if you buy bulk like that, that really works with the price. It really does. So if you'd like that, shoot me an email, Night Hunter. Let me know that you want to look into that, and I can get you some quotes that way. Hello, hello. Yes, we are doing a flash fire, Daniel, and so the funds that you paid the other night, we've already put you in there, and there's you're right there. So instead of just 2 spots, you actually got 4 because you paid in 20 already. But yeah, we're doing a flash fire and we're at $170, and you got 4 minutes left, guys. 4 minutes. Yep. Oh, you have to check with the warden. Roger that. Well, what we could also do too, like I said, request the information so that way when you do talk to the warden about getting some extra money, you can explain to her how this can really save you a lot of money. Um, we can put the regular price if you bought it in 30-foot increments, from here till you reached, 1,000 foot or whatever, or the 500 foot, you know what I mean, kind of deal. Obviously, the 1,000 foot's going to be you're going to save a bit more per foot because we won't have to do much to it. Or I'm sorry, not the 1,000 foot, the 5,000 foot, because we get it in 5,000 foot uh, spools, and if we get it like that, then I don't have to worry about moving on to another spool or anything like that. I don't have to put any extra work into it to make it happen. So that one will have a better discount rather than uh, the individual count. Sorry, I was lost there. Got where I was going with that. We were concentrating on my leaders and working on these. So we've already done that many. Oh man! All right, guys, 2 more minutes, and we are at $170. We're at $170 for tonight's flash fire, and we are going to be doing the. Also, too, do y'all remember how many liters we had uh, of the shorter ones? It was the higher number one. What was the higher number one? Because I already built all those liters, so we should already know that count because that was on the video the other night. Um, if y'all know that, then all we have to do is add in what is left on the wall, and that'll give us our total for the amount of liters. I want to say it was like 174 or 164, but yeah, it was something like that. All right, no, send it on through, Daniel. We'll add that in right there for sure. That'll put us at over $200 right there. We get that 25 in there. Oh no, we'll be at 195. We'll be at 195 if we get that 25 in there. Um, So yeah, 174. All right. So all we have to do now is count out what's left on the wall tonight. And so now y'all can start putting in y'all's guesses for the total count of all the liters that I had on the wall. And all I have to do now is count the rest. I will stop and I'll put time. Y'all have until I start counting these up real quick. And I'll do that before I actually start crimping them. Oh no, because these will probably I don't know this will be more. I'll count those before I start crimping these. But yeah, y'all have until I put stop, which is that much more time. So yeah, yeah, they're gonna be only Raptors. There's gonna be no G1 series. I think they're still gonna do the G2s and the Raptors. I think that's what it is. They're getting rid of the classic models, which I think is a smart move because honestly, I did not like the regular ones just because if you were fishing with this 2 speed and you needed that extra drag, you didn't have it because that low gear is phenomenal. So because if you don't have that low gear to back up that drag, then why even have it? You know what I mean? So the G2 helps out, but the Raptor is the one. Yeah. The plus means it's a little higher on the high end and a little lower on the low end for the high speed and low speed. Also, the housing is shaped a bit differently. It's supposed to be more ergonomically designed for casting. So that's what it does. But they still have the same line capacity, same amount of drag. Um, just the gearing is supposed to be more beneficial to the fishermen and stuff like that. So And again, it's only in the casting reels, guys. So, yeah, I got it. I got it, Daniel. Let me put these on here before these sleeves slide off, and then I'll add your funds in there. But that should put us at $195 right there for the flash fire. Once I put it in, y'all will have 2 minutes after that. So last call for the flash fire if y'all want to get in. I don't run the 50s because they don't have enough line capacity for what I like to fish with. Also, too, I stopped using them because we always had to carry extra spools of line for when we got cut off. We had to re-spool, and when I started running the 80s, I didn't have that issue. So we stopped carrying extra spools. It was a lot of extra steps that we had to carry to be able to work the 50s and stuff like that. So that's why I don't run them. All right, let me flip this around. And we're right here. Daniel Garcia actually did another 25. Let me put that in there. He's up at the top. Garcia. Joe G with another 10. Roger that. Paste. Dash. And Joe G did another 2. Dash 2. So that should put us, yep, we're at $205, guys. $205. Why not run a 50 instead of the HXW? Because the HXW, I run that one short, and yeah, I like the that and castability. Yes, I can cast the HXWs a lot easier than I can cast the 50s. Now, don't get me wrong, I can cast the 50s, but the HXW is a lot easier to cast. So, all right. Bill G, Daniel Garcia, 25, Joe G, 10. All right, guys, y'all have a minute and 30 seconds. A minute and 30 seconds. And then we're going to shuffle twice, and we're going to spin 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. We're at 13 people. All right. 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. It's about $40 difference between a classic and a Raptor, or a classic and a Raptor Plus. Sorry. So yeah, the older style Raptors, those are called the classic Raptors, and then you have the Raptor Plus. About $40 difference. Same line capacity, everything else remains the same, pretty much. Yeah, I was having some fun last night. doing, doing a little bit of showing off with the fellas out there. Henry put in another 10. Look at that sniper with 10 seconds remaining. All right, give me a second because I just put on some sleeves over here. I'm still doing my work behind the scenes. Y'all got 2 minutes, guys. 2 more minutes added to the clock. Yeah. How did the sound come out for y'all? I got a real question about that because I was trying to listen to it on the way home from the shop when I got here, and actually was um, able to like look at the video because I wanted to see how it is because I want to see what I can improve on. And to me, it sounded like real, like it was muffled. But again, too, I kind of liked it because y'all didn't hear all the wind that we were having to deal with because it had some wind, but it was crazy. Henry, that'll be -2 because I know he's already in there. All right. All right. So that puts us at 430 divided by 2. That's $215, guys. We're at $215. Yep. Got 20 seconds, guys. 20 seconds. $215 for tonight's flash fire. Mm-mm. Let's see. Big Ugly is on Monday night down there. Must have had 20 on the pier that night. Nice. Roger that. All right, guys. We are at time. I'm going to check Zell real quick. Just make sure. See. Hold on. Okay. All right. We are good. All right. So, got 13 people, 14 actually, because Henry got in there again. Good luck, everybody. We're going to shuffle. And this is for $215 at a $5 buy-in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. Let me pause this real quick. Go back over here. Here we go. Good luck. Oh, Kyle Whitmire on his third buy-in. That's why I put the number back there so we know which buy-in amount got you the win. So it was his third buy-in right there. Today is 2/12/2026, and we're at 100. What was it? No, 215. $215 for Kyle Whitmire. Awesome. Roger that. Roger that. Sir. Oh, and since we're doing this, I wanted to kind of touch base. I don't know what's going on or how it's happening, but on the deal here, guys, my blue wrenchers that are on the channel, only help me here on the channel. They have nothing to do with how I run my business here, or like they don't call customers. They just help me run the channel. They help watch my back here when guys are cussing or whatever, just acting the fool on the deal. They help me on the channel. That's all they do. Help me run the channel. So I've got a lot of respect for them. They've earned that the blue wrench to be on here and stuff like that. So I don't know who's doing it, but I got a phone call and they're bugging the blue wrenchers saying that, hey man, you need to talk to Albert. He's not mailing out the reels that they won or rods that they won. And this, I'm like, why aren't they calling me directly? Like, we need to know that here. And they told the blue wrenchers, yeah, that they have and they have, and it's been like this for years. And I'm like, okay, well, let them, and so I don't know who it is. And I told him it could be a spammer just calling hate and discontent. But what got me more was like, how did they get the Blue Rancher number? Because we don't give out our numbers. Like my Blue Ranchers, I got direct contact to them, but I don't even give out my number here on the channel like I used to. Actually, I don't think I have ever given it out on the channel. I only give it to the guys in person or something like that I know. But you know, just a heads up, guys. Like I said, I don't know who's doing it or if they're even legit. I mean, because if you have an issue, contact us directly. We will work it out. But other than that, he was telling me the story or what he can remember of the story, and I was just like, it wasn't ringing any bells. So uh, I think of one. I'll be honest, boss. I am tired right now, so I couldn't even think of one. But um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, they all they have to do is call us. But again, too, how did they get the Blue Rancher's number? You know what I mean? That's not something I give out and stuff like that. So we'll see. But uh, just giving y'all a heads up. So Kyle Whitmire just took home another $215, and actually I can update his paperwork here. And now that I got one hand off over here, give me a second. Add this signal here. Here, and then I'm almost done with that pile, so we'll go ahead and count up those deals. So I'll put time on the feed right there on the messages, and we'll see how many we got. See who got it. If you got it, you're gonna get some leaders from us. With my hand. All right, got that. Added that one in. Save it. Okay, that. Got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We doing leaders? Yes, yes. You still have time to do the guests for the leaders. Um, we already made all the ones that we did what was it, the 174 count or 176 count that I had here on the counter. I already made those. I put them up on the wall. It took up 3 pegs, but I still have a full peg of them over here in the back that we've got to go through, and that's why I was making these sections here. But before I actually do that, I'll put time on here, so that's gonna be your cutoff. If you haven't already guessed, and if you haven't guessed, or if you've already guessed, cool. If you haven't guessed, I put time on there, it will no longer count. Um, this is the one from the other night that I was supposed to do yesterday, but I ended up going fishing. Sorry, had to get out of the shop. Had to get out of the one office, go to my other office. So, yeah, that'll be a good one. That'll be a real good one. So, um, You put in 200 right there. There. Got that. And I got about 8, maybe 10 more liters to put the swivel on. And now I'm going to put stop. And we're going to pull them off the wall and start counting. Yes, sir. It's going to be a good one. A good one. So get in your last votes right there. Yeah, I'll even make it sweeter. After we guess that, after the stop, you can guess how many of the yellow ones I got here. And if you get it right, you can get 4 of these liters here. 4 of the 4-footers. And the new color. Well, I'm going to call this the throwback color. This is the color I used to sell when I was making gear and selling it on Bob Hall Pier because nobody made. Well, they made shark leaders, but they were selling them for like $15 a pop back then. They hadn't really gone up in price, but a few bucks here and there. But yeah, it was insane. John saying 245, and that is for the guest from the other night, right? The circle hooks over here. Weird. They start calling and can't hang up. Well, no, you got to remember that's the whole stack. Remember, I'll show it to you again. Hold on, give me a second. I'm almost done. I got the last 3 here. Remember, I've been doing it since we started the video. So, yeah, it's gonna be a lot more than 22 or 45. Ready? That's how many there are right there. I'll back up even more. Yeah, you can guess again, guys. That's all it's kind of look. About 2 inches thick that way. About 2 inches thick that way. Like, yeah. All right. So I'm gonna put stop on the feed, and that will be for the giveaway for the other night. Come on. So who's over here? Oh man, I closed the wrong video. Dang it. All right. All right. So got the volume off over here. Y'all ready? So the one for the other night, I'm going to count these, and then we're going to add it to the number that we did the other night, and that was 146, right? Or 164. Sorry, 164. Go back over here because we got the number 174. 174. So I'm going to start my count at 174. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, I got to put stop. Got to put stop. All right. And all right, here we go. So 2, 4, 6. Oh, 174, 176, 178, 80, 182, 184, 186, 188, 190, 200, or 92, 94, 96, 98, 200. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26, 28, 30, 34, 36, 38, 41. 241 is the total amount of liters that I had up there. And then 88, 3. God, somebody was close. 245, 235. Anymore. 253, 262, 320, 245. Yep, nope. 241 was the number. God, yeah, 245 was the closest with Dule. So, you know what? I'll do this. I'll do this. How about this? If nobody guesses correct on this next one, because the next one's going to be for this one. If nobody gets it exactly correct, what I'll do is if somebody gets closer than John is, he's 4 off. 4 for John Dule. Because everybody was way further the other night. It was like 8 or 9. He's probably been the closest by 4. What I'll do is I'll give whoever gets it a free spot into Friday's fire drawing. So they'll get one free spot into the fire drawing for tomorrow. All right. I'm gonna give y'all about another minute, guys. That's how many are there. I'll give y'all till it's gonna take me a little while to crimp these because I got to double crimp. So I'll give it. Y'all got 2 minutes. I'll give y'all 2 minutes to get your guesses in. And like I said, if somebody doesn't nail it to win the 4 liters, then if somebody's not closer than 4, then John will get a free spot into tomorrow's fire drawing. Yeah, buddy. Get some music back on with Sharkotic. Y'all have no idea, guys. Like when I'm sitting here and I'm working and I'm away from the counter, I'll throw on Sharkotic music and just let it jam. I'm sitting here jamming out because sometimes you just need a little bit of motivation. One minute. You got 1 minute. Had some fun with the mullet yesterday. Mighty mullet. Buddy. 20 seconds. All right. Here we go. I'm going to put time on here. What's time? All right. I'm going to count the ones that I've already crimped already. Got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 23. I've done 23. don't know. I don't know who's going to get it. Got 23, 24, 26, 28, 30, 34, 36, 38, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 54, 56, 58, 60, 64, 66, 68, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80. Off real quick. Y'all never see thick in the hand. That's 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 92, 94, 96, 98, 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26, 28, 30, 34, 36. 136. Who got 136? The 900 with 125. So we got 136. I'm writing that down. Joe G with 4. 4 was close. 125. 174. 80. 80. 235. Think Joe G also was 4 away is what I see. Oh. Joe at 140. The John 130. Dang it. That was so close, man. So you get the consolatory prize of getting a flyer drawing entry for tomorrow. John Dulay and freebie. That will be 2/13/2025. There you go, John. I got you in there. 1 away. God, that was close, bro. That was close. Go. Nice. Nice. So awesome. That was right on it. Right on it. Yep. And look at that. He was literally one comment away when I put time on there. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Pretty nice. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get back to crimping over here, and I'm gonna put the phones to charge because I'm gonna try and go fishing again for a bit. But I need to make sure all my gear is charged up. But if I sit here and waste it out on the live here, I might not be able to get more footage later. So thanks again for watching us, and make sure to like, subscribe, and share our videos. If y'all share our channel, guys. It's sharing the channel will help us get more views and stuff like that, more subscribers and stuff. And then you can put the title of the specific video you want them to watch, and that's what really helps us, because then they got to go to the channel and search for that video, and that's the best way to help us out. So you all have a good night. Talk to y'all later, and I got some more video shorts coming at you. Good luck, guys.